Hi everybody, if you click this thumbnail, chances are you want to learn everything you can about Hyrox inside of 5 minutes, suggesting to me that you're probably a newbie, someone who has not necessarily done a Hyrox before, and you are here for all of the information. Now luckily for you, that's exactly what this new series of videos is designed and intended to do, to take all of the information that I have learned and to give it to you inside of 5 minutes. What is Hyrox? Hyrox is a multi-disciplined hybrid fitness competition. It is comprised of 8 1-kilometer runs and 8 functional fitness exercise stations. The idea is that you start with a run, go into an exercise station, do a run, do an exercise station until you have completed this 8 times. The exercise stations are as follows. The first station is 1,000 meters on a ski erg. The second station is 50 meters on a sled push. Third station is 50 meters on a sled pull. Fourth station is 80 meters on burpee broad jumps. Fifth station is 1,000 meters on a row erg. Sixth station is 200 meters farmer's carry. Seventh station is 100 meters sandbag lunges. And finally, the 8th station is 100 wall balls. All 8 exercise stations are positioned inside of a running track. You run around the outside, you come through an in arch, you go to your exercise station. The gaps in between the arches and the exercise stations is known as the rock zone. The combined time for the entire event is what makes up your finishing time. There are a number of rules and movement standards associated with the running and the exercise stations. The referees and the automatic timing mats will be keeping an eye on your progress. Should you break any of these movement standards, warnings and/or penalties will be applied to your time. So there's a number of different ways to enter a Hyrox event, and these are divided up into different categories. You have the men's and women's opens, you have the men's and women's pro, you have the same-sex doubles, the mixed doubles and the pro doubles. You also have teams for relays. Inside each of these categories, you have something called age groups. Age groups is a mechanism whereby you can compete directly against people your own age. Should you do well, should you come first, second or third, you can podium in your age group in that category, either in the first, the second or the third slot. This will then win you one of the coveted Hyrox flags. In each of the categories, in each of the age groups, there will be published an amount of qualifying spots for the World Championships. If you're lucky enough to get one of these spots, it will be offered to you after the event. Should you decline it, it will be rolled down to the next person in line. With regards to buying tickets for Hyrox events, this is generally done between 3 and 6 months before the event date itself. Due to the popularity of Hyrox, this is now done by a ballot. You enter the ballot. If you are successful, you are offered a ticket. For those people who don't accept that ticket or forget or can't get them for any reason, all of those remaining tickets are collected up and offered to the next wave of people, which is done via email. If you are in a Hyrox affiliated gym, you can get tickets ahead of time using codes and links that are sent to your gym, but there are only a finite amount of these tickets, so you have to be quick. So if you are lucky enough to get yourself a ticket, then the very next thing you're keeping your eye out for are the provisional wave times. This will give you a block of time on your race day that will tell you when your category is scheduled to run out. You will not know your exact wave time though until the Wednesday before, so when it comes to planning, keep everything loose and flexible. The layout of each event changes event to event, and 7 days before your race day, they will release a layout map of the arena. It's important you familiarize yourself with this. The stations will not necessarily be in sequential order, the arches will be in different places, and it will also give you information pertaining to the laps. Sometimes the first lap or last lap can be slightly different length to the rest of the lap. The Hyrox season in the United Kingdom goes from October to May. There are 5 UK venues over 6 different weekends. Those weekends can vary from 2 days through to 4 days. The UK venues currently are the Birmingham NEC, the London Excel, the Manchester Convention Centre, the Glasgow SEC and London Olympia. So while there are currently only 5 UK venues, the wider world has seen a boom in Hyrox venues. So if you are struggling to get to a UK venue or you simply want to take part in Hyrox tourism, then there are loads of options to choose from. Now, with regards to what to wear on race day, I recommend wearing stuff that you wear at your gym, light gym wear. And I say this because it is really warm inside those event arenas and you can get really hot when competing. With regards to trainers, look for shoes that have high running efficiency with stability and grip. Hyrox events are predominantly refereed by volunteers. Now consider giving your time for a volunteer shift and you will bag yourself a free spot at a subsequent event. And finally, the cost of these events is about £120 to £140 depending on the category that you enter. When you complete your event, regardless of how you did, you will get a coveted Hyrox patch. Right, I think that's about as much information as I can squeeze into 5 minutes. I hope it has been useful to you. If it has, just drop a subscribe on this button down here. If you've got any further questions, drop them in the comments below. If that's all, I will see you in my next video soon. Thank you very much for watching. Mart out.